Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. In a kingdom of fairies, where sunbeams danced through the trees and wildflowers bloomed in every color of the rainbow, there lived a little fairy named Lily. Lily was a curious and adventurous fairy, with wings as delicate as a butterfly's and hair as bright as the morning dew. She lived in a tiny cottage made of petal-soft moss and twinkling starlight, surrounded by a garden of sparkling flowers and shimmering streams. Lily loved to explore the kingdom, discovering hidden grottos and secret glades, and making friends with the creatures that lived there. She was especially fond of the fairy creatures, like the mischievous pixies who loved to play tricks on each other, and the gentle unicorns who roamed the meadows, their horns shining like diamonds. One day, while Lily was out on a walk, she stumbled upon a hidden path she had never seen before. The path was overgrown with vines and moss, and it seemed to lead deep into the heart of the forest. Lily's curiosity was piqued, and she decided to follow the path to see where it would take her. As she walked, the trees grew taller and the air grew quieter. Lily could hear the soft rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds, but she saw no other creatures. The path began to wind and twist, leading her deeper and deeper into the forest. After a while, the path opened up into a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, its trunk as wide as a house and its branches reaching up to the sky. The tree was covered in glittering stars and shimmering moonbeams, and it seemed to glow with a soft, ethereal light. Lily was amazed. She had never seen a tree like this before. She flew closer, her wings beating softly, and reached out to touch the trunk. As she did, the tree began to glow even brighter, and Lily felt a strange sensation, as if she were being drawn into the tree itself. Suddenly, Lily found herself in a beautiful, shimmering room. The room was filled with glittering crystals and sparkling gemstones, and it seemed to be filled with a soft, pulsing light. Lily looked around, marveling at the beauty of the room, and then she saw a figure standing in the corner. It was an old fairy, with wings as delicate as a butterfly's and hair as bright as the morning dew. She was dressed in a flowing gown made of petals and leaves, and she had a kind, gentle face. "Welcome, little one," the old fairy said, her voice like a soft breeze. "I have been waiting for you. My name is Willow, and I am the guardian of this forest. I have been watching you, Lily, and I have seen the kindness and curiosity in your heart. I have a special task for you, one that requires great courage and determination." Lily's eyes widened with excitement. She had never been given a special task before, and she was eager to learn what it might be. "What is the task, Willow?" she asked, her voice trembling with anticipation. Willow smiled, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "The task is to find the legendary golden acorn," she said. "It is said to have the power to bring peace and harmony to the forest, and it is hidden deep within the heart of the forest, but it is guarded by a fierce dragon, and only the bravest and most determined fairy can retrieve it." Lily's heart skipped a beat. She had heard stories of the golden acorn, but she had never thought she would have the chance to find it. She looked at Willow, her eyes shining with determination. "I'm ready, Willow," she said. "I'll find the golden acorn, no matter what it takes." Willow smiled, her eyes sparkling with pride. "I knew you would be, Lily," she said. "You have the heart of a true adventurer. But be warned, the journey will not be easy. You will face many dangers and challenges along the way, and you will need all your courage and cunning to succeed." Lily nodded, her heart pounding with excitement. She was ready to begin her journey, and she knew that she would not rest until she had found the golden acorn. With a deep breath, she set off into the forest, following the path that Willow had shown her. She walked for hours, the sun beating down on her head and the trees growing taller and closer together. She saw many creatures along the way, but none of them seemed to be guarding the golden acorn. As the sun began to set, Lily came to a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a massive stone statue of a dragon, its eyes glowing with a fierce, fiery light. Lily knew that this was the dragon that guarded the golden acorn, and she steeled herself for the challenge ahead. She approached the dragon slowly, her heart pounding in her chest as she reached out to touch the statue. The dragon's eyes flashed with life, and it roared with a mighty, thunderous voice. "Who dares to disturb the rest of the golden acorn?" it thundered. Lily stood tall, her heart pounding with fear, but her voice steady and clear. "I am Lily, a fairy from the kingdom of fairies," she said. "I have come to retrieve the golden acorn, to bring peace and harmony to the forest." The dragon's eyes seemed to bore into her soul, and Lily felt a shiver run down her spine. But then, to her surprise, the dragon's expression softened, and it spoke in a voice that was low and rumbling. "You are brave, little one," it said. "I will give you a chance to prove yourself. Bring me 3 gifts, and I will give you the golden acorn. But be warned, the gifts will be difficult to obtain, and you will need all your courage and cunning to succeed." Lily nodded, her heart pounding with excitement. She knew that she had to be brave and determined if she was to succeed. The dragon gave her 3 gifts to bring: a drop of dew from the morning sun, a feather from the wing of a bird that sang the most beautiful song, and a grain of sand from the softest, whitest beach. Lily set off to find these gifts, facing many dangers and challenges along the way. She traveled through the forest, climbing mountains and crossing rivers, until she reached the morning sun. She carefully collected a drop of dew, and then she flew to the top of the highest mountain, where she found a bird singing the most beautiful song. She plucked a feather from its wing, and then she traveled to the softest, whitest beach, where she found a grain of sand. As she returned to the clearing, the dragon's eyes seemed to gleam with approval. "You have brought the gifts," it said. "Now, you may have the golden acorn." With a mighty roar, the dragon lifted its paw, and a small, shimmering acorn fell to the ground. Lily picked it up, feeling its power and magic coursing through her veins. She thanked the dragon, and then she flew back to the kingdom of fairies, where she was greeted as a hero. The golden acorn was placed in the heart of the forest, and its power brought peace and harmony to the land. From that day on, Lily was known as the bravest and most determined fairy in the kingdom. And she lived happily ever after, surrounded by the creatures and wonders of the forest. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.